Good evening, everyone. I'm audible. Okay. So I warm welcome everyone in the webinar of data science, right? So we are the part of the data science, and you are in the data science webinar that is conducted by Learnomate Technologies. So let me introduce about the Learnomate Technologies, right? So as you know that we are one of the leading IT professional training institute, right? And we have a motive that we are a step towards a bright career. We make bright careers of the students, right? And if you see, we have three branches, right? Two in Pune, that is Wakad in Kalewadi, and one in Hyderabad, that is in Himayatnagar, right? So our mission is to shape your future, right, in the realm of IT by providing best quality, reasonability, price, and trending software courses, right? So we make you excellence, right, in values, in innovation, in integrity, empowerment, customer centric, and accountability, right? That is our mission. That is our, we provide. We do that. We create, we find, and we sharp in your everything, right? Whatever you want, whatever you have, right? So we upgrade yourself, upgrade you in your and upskill your the abilities, right? So that is all we do, right? And if you ask about the our achievements, right? So you can see we have lots of students that have achieved a good uh, jobs, right, in different MNCs companies. You can see that Aisha Singh, that uh, Shivam Shah, right, Nishant Singh, Aditi Khanna. So we have lots of students that achieved a very good career in different companies, right? We have last 10 years, we have more than 20,000 students we have grabbed and successful future in top MNCs companies, right? So these are our alumni from our institute, right? And now let's just introduce our CEO, that is Mr. Ankush Thavali sir. He is one of the best faculty and lovable faculty among us, right? And he's expert in Oracle DBA. He works in major of the IT companies like Cognizant, Infosys, and NTN Wipro, right? So that is all about our CEO, that Ankush sir, and we cannot complete in some words his introduction. And when you join our institute, you will get to know about him very much, right? So he's an excellent guy, and uh, you must meet him, right? He will definitely change your career. Now you can see we have in YouTube to 23,000 subscribers. We have more than 1,200 videos, right? So if you talk about the Google ratings, we have 4.8, right? And it is very good. And we have more than 3,000 plus followers in the Insta community, right? So what we are providing in our institute, right? Let me tell you about that. We are providing Oracle DBA, or Fusion, or Cloud, data engineering, data science, data analytics, right? Rack DBA, DevOps, AWS, Salesforce, Java, Python, and SAP, right? So these all the professional training that we are providing in our institute, right? Now that only not that we are providing your only the training and we left you, okay, now you can go and search your jobs and all, but also we provide some assistant also, right? So, we get certification also after the completion of training. We give you real time projects to practice so that you can, when you go to the interviews and when you ask some questions on the real time project, so you can answer on the real time situations, right? So you have the lab server access also, dedicated support team you will have, right? And they will definitely help in resume building, right? So that is very important part, because whenever you are going to for an interview, right? And the first impression is about your CV. So that is very important, and how you have to build a good CV, that will definitely assist by us, and you will get that from us, right? So these are the silent features that we directly they provide to the students, right? And we definitely help in each part, whether it is about the training, whether it is about your uh, problems related to your training or to your career. We definitely help you in all of this way. Understood? Right. So let me introduce myself. I'm Ankur Varshne. I live in Ghaziabad. I'm a data science trainer, IBM certified, and I have 12 plus years experience in teaching, and I will be your trainer, right? When you join this, and I will teach you data science, right? So now let me tell you what we are covering in this webinar. So I know you are coming with a blank mind, right? And you have lots of questions in your right? That okay, what is data science, right? You heard about in the news and all. Okay, there is all about data science right now in the market, right? Everywhere is data science, generative AI, right? So what is all these things, right? And what we are covering in this training, right? And how we will go to understand different concepts and different topics in data science and what topics we are covering. So that we all discuss in this webinar, right? One by one. And after that, I will assure you that, okay, you will never, you will not have any question further after this webinar, right? And you are free to ask anything whenever you have any doubt in a particular thing that I'm telling you. So you can unmute yourself and you can ask me anything. Okay, at that time. So let us start. And I'm just opening my note. So everyone can see my screen. Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I know some of you came here with a blank mind. They haven't seen nothing and they have searched nothing, and they just come in this session and they want to see that, okay, what is data science? And some of you came before, after searching some of the things in the Google and all that. Okay, what is data science? What is data analytics, right? So I just want to ask, okay, any one of you can tell me that is what is data science? Can anyone tell? And please accept my apologies that today I lost my pen, right? My laptop pen, and I'm just writing all these things with my finger, right? So it will not, that will look good. So please adjust today, right? I will definitely buy it as soon as possible. So today you have to adjust because I just get to know that my pen is missing. So I have to make here only all these things. So I have not prepared any PPTs, and also we work here as I can do as possible. So please, apologies for that from my side. Right now, please tell me, what is data science? Anyone from you? That anything that's coming in your mind, you can open for this. I'm not judging you. Anyone is not judging you that, okay, what you know and what are you saying. If you have anything, you can pull it out from yours. Anyone? No one? Yes.
Data science means like, suppose we do have some data and we process or perform some operation on top of that. Like we analyze using some um, machine learning language or AI, and we perform some trades, like, future trades,
Okay.
like how it will,
Okay.
how the data will look like in some trends we
Okay.
will show. So that is a science, like.
Yeah. Good. 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 Good effort. Anyone else that want to share?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, data science means any type of data. So we have to approach systematic manner.
Systematic manner. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay. So let me tell you. So data science cannot be described in a single line or in some of the lines, right? So it is a module. It is a big module that we consist of lots of topics, lots of module, and lots of subjects that includes in data science, right? But if in one line I have to explain that is what is data science, so I can say that making sense out of the data, right? So what I can say, making sense out of the data. So you can say like this, what is data science? Making sense out of the data, right? So you have the data everywhere, right? And when you make a sensible data or any sense from the data, it will say as data science. So you can see by the name also, data and science. When you attach science with the data, that means you are doing something sensible, right? So that is known as data science, right? But you cannot understand completely by this single line, right? So you must have to understand, okay, what different subjects include data science, and what is data science, how we become as a data scientist, and what knowledge should we have, what background should we have, or if we don't have that background, so what should we learn and to understand or to become a data scientist, right? So let me tell you, so how data scientists, what different subjects make. So one of the subjects that very important for data science is maths and stats, right? I'm not talking about the advanced maths. I'm just talking about the 12th maths, right? And some higher stats, right? And stats part is not that much big. Maths and stats. Okay. Now, the second is you must have the aware about the business problem, business, right? And third thing is that computer science. Right. So the intersection of all these three branches, this part is called as data science. When you have all these knowledge related to data science, it's called as data science. Right. We don't have to understand every topic of maths and stats. We don't have to understand every business problem. We don't have to understand, okay, every coding languages and all. We have to just understand something about the computer science, something business problem, some related to business, in which field, suppose you want to go. So their business problems you have to understand. And business problem is not just that it is a subject and you have to take a course of that. It is just that, okay, if you are talking about the sales of any company, right? And what is business? If any company is doing some business, suppose he is selling a product and he has a profit and he has a loss. So on the basis how he is getting profit and how he is getting loss, right? So to analyze on the different aspects, right, of different inputs, what you are giving for that product, right? So that is called as business problems, right? How you can increase the production, how you can increase the your profit, right? Or how you can decrease the profit, and what are the variables that are dependent on the that profits, right? So that you can decrease, that you can increase, which are dependent on the profit, that variables, right? So that is all about the business problem, and that you can understand after going to the business, after going to the company or corporate. So that is not necessary. That is not necessary. That you will understand the training while doing training, when you are encountered with the different data and all, that you can understand, okay, so that is how we have to work, right? It is not a big issue that if you are not understanding business problems. Now, the thing is that what knowledge you should have in maths and stats. So I will tell you about, okay, in mathematics, you should have some knowledge about the calculus, right? And some statistical knowledge. That is very easy. Statistical knowledge is very easy, that you can understand easily probability and stats. And in mathematics, just a calculus, right? Some of the calculations are related to calculus only. So that only you have to understand. Getting my point? So that is all about the data science, how data science become. So including all three areas, business, math and stats, and computer science, give you a data science. Understood? Right. Okay. Now suppose, okay. Now suppose I have to see, okay, what is the roadmap, or how we will understand the data science, how we will learn, what are the different things that we have to understand. So data science only divide in two parts. You can say, you can, if you want to divide in data science, you can divide in two parts. Let me tell you how. Right. One is data analysis. And second is AI. Right. So in AI, we have two things, that is ML and DL. What is ML, DL? Can anyone tell?
Machine learning, deep learning.
Machine learning and deep learning, right? So when we include data analysis, with the AI, right? So data science comes in the picture, right? When you automate the data analysis process, so you understand, okay, this is the data science. Getting my point? So this is all about data science. Now, if you want to understand what is data analysis, so let me tell you how you can understand the data analysis. So for understanding the data analysis, you must understand the 3 points. That is descriptive, analysis, second is predictive, and third is prescriptive. Right. So these 3 analysis, if you understand, you will understand, okay, what is data analysis. Getting my point. So can anyone tell me about that? What is descriptive? Anything that what is descriptive analysis? What is predictive? Or what is prescriptive analysis? Can anyone explain it? I will explain it, everything. But if you want to explain, if you want to say that you have any view about these 3 points, you can share it.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah, so descriptive analysis is nothing but whenever we have any data which has already gone, the incidents are already happened in past, and we want to just analyze like what are the performance year by year in past. So we
Okay.
call that as a descriptive analysis. Like it's
Yeah.
already described, and we want to
Yeah.
study that and then probably take a decision according to the past data.
Okay. Okay, this is descriptive. Good. What is predictive?
Simultaneously, like whenever we are doing any sort of predictions, like what will be the sale of any particular company in so and so year in coming years. So that
Okay.
is the opposite of prescriptive. It is a prediction that we do. So it's a prescriptive analysis.
Okay. Okay. Now prescriptive.
I guess the combination of both, if I'm not wrong.
Okay. 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 No issues. Good answer. Okay. Let me explain you in a detail way. Before explaining these points, I have an example, right? And I will ask is a very general example. So I want all you to that include in this conversation and unmute yourself and tell me that if I what I'm asking, please response, right? I want a response from your side. So suppose you are in very bad health, or I am in very bad health, and I am going to the doctor, right? I have an example. I am very bad in health and I'm going to the doctor, right? So what is the first thing that I will do to, or what will doctor will do the first thing with me?
He will ask what are your symptoms or what are the problems.
He will
So
diagnose.
what is, yes,
diagnose.
he will diagnose, right? So first thing, what he will do, he will diagnose. Just a second. Actually, I'm writing with my finger, so it's not looking good. Diagnosis, right? So that is the first thing that he will do. What is the second thing he will do? He will diagnose, right? He will see, okay, you will tell something about you will give some data, right? About your health and everything. And then he will diagnose, okay, tell me about, see your heartbeat, with stethoscope, and he will see, okay, is there your fever or not right now? And he will check your throat and everything, right? Yes or no? Right? He will diagnose in everything on the basis of your data that what we will provide. He will not just you go and sit and he will start doing all these things, right? You give him some data, right? What you are feeling, what you are having right now. Yes or no? Correct? So this is what called diagnosis. The first thing that what he will do, that is diagnosis. Now the second thing is that what he will do, second step of the doctor. Second step is prognosis. What is prognosis? He will threat you. Okay, you have this problem. Okay, I got this, I diagnosed it, and now you will have this after 3 years. right? You will have this, you can have this, you can have this, you will have heart attack, you can have a kidney failure, you can have liver failure, right? So what he will do? He will threaten you. He will give you some future predictions, right? That what will happen. Getting my point? So first, what he will do? He will diagnose. That is what is happened. Yes, what we can say? What is happened, right? Just a second, I'm not writing here. So descriptive is same as diagnosis. So you can write here also. What is happening? Right? And second is prognosis. He will threat you by showing you the future, right? So he will tell you what will happen. So prognosis means what will happen. So same as predictive. Predictive is also same. On the basis of the previous data, seeing all the data, you will see the future prediction, tell you, okay, he will threat you, okay, what will happen. He will give you some drastic prediction, right? We will say in this language, right? But he suggests you some good things, right? We go to the doctor and it's not like that he giving some wrong predictions. He definitely give the good predictions, but I'm just kidding. So don't take like this that, okay, he's giving some wrong predictions. So generally doctor gives the good prediction and he will suggest that, okay, you can have this or you can have this. So please aware about it because on your data, I'm diagnosing and I got to know that, okay, in the future, you can have this kind of situation, right? So now in the last, what he do? Tell me. In the last, what he do?
He will provide you the solution accordingly.
Yes. What he do is give you prescription, right? Just a second. Just a second. It's not. So I'm writing here. Third is prescription, right? So what is prescription? How to deal with it? Prescription means you have it will provide you some medicines, right? That okay, you, apply eat this for the 10 days or 15 days, and you will not have that situation in the future. What I have shown you, yes or no, right? So in the last week, we give you the some prediction. Man means how to deal with it, right? How to deal with it. Getting my point? So prescriptive analysis means how to deal with it. So this is all you do in your data analysis. Descriptive analysis, you have the data, you have to analyze the data and see, okay, what is happening in the data in the future, in the past. And on the basis of past, you predict the future. Okay, so the sales is going down. So after 10 years, the company will be bankrupt and it can be closed, right? So he will suggest you, okay, you are doing some wrong things. You are making some some of the products that are not in demand, and you are and those products are in demand. You are not fulfilling the demand. So what you can do, you can avoid these situations. So in prescription, you suggest that, okay, if you don't want to bankrupt in the future, so what you can do, see the demand of the product and only produce those products which are in demand. Getting my point? So these are the business analysis, right? What you suggest them on the basis of the data. Understood? Getting my point, everyone? Understood, everyone? Any doubt in this? Understood the data analysis part?
Yes.
Okay. Now, moving on. So we understood the data analysis part. Now, second part is what? AI. So can anyone tell me about the AI? What is AI? Full form, I think everyone know, that is artificial intelligence. What is AI?
We program any particular software in such a way
I
that we
may
can
not be correct, but just trying to put it out there. So maybe
Yeah.
when we are doing the analysis, that what can we predict or what can we prescribe for a particular business problem. So that we are
Mhm.
analyzing from our own human mind. So that maybe on basis of that data, AI itself will analyze and come up with the prescription or the whatever analysis that could be done.
Yeah, correct. Anyone else? Okay. So somehow you have given the right definition that making machines or making anything that is automated, or you can say they can uh, take the decisions like human, right? So you can, in one line, if anyone is not aware about the data and anything about the related data science, then you can easily, in an easy way, you can say that, okay, making machines capable of performing human-like tasks. Yes or no? Making machines capable of performing human-like tasks, right? So if any person can make a particular task that, okay, that can be made by the human only, so you can say that is AI. Yes or no? Right? Suppose you are a person, and suppose I show you on a picture, right, of dogs, any dog. So you can predict, you can tell me, showing any picture that, okay, sir, this is it is a dog or it is a cat or something. You can tell me easily, yes or no, right? Yes or no? You can tell me easily or not, which is dog or which is cat. You can tell me easily or not. I'm audible. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So is it possible now that you can analyze you can recognize anyone, right? Any cat
Yeah.
or any dog, right? So suppose I can make a machine or I can make a software like that. Okay, he can predict after seeing his photo, he can predict, okay, it is a uh, dog or it is a cat. He can predict. So what I can say him, that code or that program or that machine, if any machine is predicting a same thing, that, okay, it is a dog or it is a cat. So what you will say? It is AI. Yes or no? Right? So that is all about AI, right? Whenever you are making any machines capable of doing human-like tasks, then you will say, okay, sir, but it is what is the possibility that it will, what is the percentage, what is the accuracy that it will predict that any creature, right? So let me ask you, do you have the 100% accuracy of searching and or guessing or recognizing any creature? Suppose you are recognizing any dog picture, right? So what is the what is the accuracy that you can achieve in recognizing? Suppose I'm showing you 100 of photos, right, of dogs and animals. So can you tell me the accuracy of yours that you will predict the right answer? Tell me. Can you guess? Can you assure me that, okay, sir, 100% I can give you the correct answer? Can anyone say this?
No, sir.
No. Why? Let me tell you. Suppose, have you seen some of the dogs like look like cat, same features and same everything, right? And suppose you have a very blurry picture, right? And you are unable to see or recognize some of the features of the animal. So can you predict easily? So it can be situation. Photo can be like anything, right? It can be blur. It can be not good visible. It can be poor in quality, right? So you also cannot predict 100% accuracy. You cannot predict it with 100% accuracy. You can have an error in that also. So AI can also have an error. So we achieve the accuracy, right? And if it is like 90%, 95%, 98%, so you can say that it is a good AI machine, right? Because we are also not having that 100% accuracy. And we by using machine learning algorithms, we almost achieve the 100%, 98.99 or 99.99 accuracy in our AI models by using all these things. So this is all about AI, that you have to know that, okay, how AI works and what is all about AI. Let me give you an equation that how you can understand what is AI. So suppose you have, if you anyone asks you, okay, can you explain in the form of the equation? So I can say that, okay, AI comes in the picture when you attach in the data machine learning or deep learning algorithms, right? Suppose you have the data and you apply machine learning and deep learning algorithms, right? So you will ask, okay, sir, what is machine learning and deep learning algorithm do, right? That is your primary question. Yes or no? Right? So that is question in your mind, right? What machine learning and deep learning algorithms do, right? How they make any machine as a AI. Yes or no? Right. So before telling you that what AI and deep learning do, right? So let me give you the process, right? How we move in this process of data analysis, right? Or data science, right? Let me give you that, and then I will tell you, okay, how machine learning algorithms and deep learning algorithms tell you how they make any machine AI, right? How they make artificial intelligence out of the data. So what we are what is the process of doing anything? So tell me, what is the primary need of any in data science field for starting data science, right? If you are in data science or data analysis, what is the primary thing that you need?
Data.
Data, right? So
Yeah.
data is all data you cannot have in the air, right? You should have a storage somewhere, storage, right? There are so many storage companies. They have their storage and they give in the rent, or you can say you can buy some storage from them, right? So they have Microsoft, and there are so many, right? They have database, and you can store their some of your data there, right? You cannot store all your data in your laptop or your in your file or everything. So you cannot make CDs and all. So this is just foolish thing that we can talk about. Okay, so we can store in our laptop also. We cannot, because the data is very huge, right? So we cannot store. We need some databases. So we can buy from different companies. They are providing data storage. So first thing, what we know, we need data storage. So we should have the knowledge about data storage. That only we can get the data, right? So using data
Hello.
storage, yes.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
The example that you have taken
Yeah.
of a picture of a dog. By looking at it, we can identify it is a dog, right?
Yeah.
But isn't it as simple as classifying something? I can relate that example to I've written a function called as sum, and if I give it two numbers, it will simply add them and give me the addition.
Right.
But then how it is an artificial intelligence?
So that
If
is
my
what I'm
program
trying to say.
knows,
That is what I'm trying to say. Suppose I have what machine learning do. That is our topic. I definitely explain all these things you clearly, right? So
okay.
don't worry about it. I will definitely give you that example how machine learning how giving it patterns and how he's taking that pattern and taking in his mind. I will tell you everything, right? Don't worry. I will
Okay.
tell you everything. I will just give me 5 minutes. I will just explain in this, and after this I
Sure,
will tell
sir.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So first thing is that data storage is needed, right? So we must understand what is data storage, how we can grab the information from this data storage and all, and that we will learn. And that is the sequel of a module. There we understand the data about the database and all, the queries and all, how we can grab the information from the database. So there we will have this data storage. First thing, that from where we get the data, and we have another part of the data science, that is data engineer. So data engineers, what they do, they make the pipelines, right? So it is not confirmed that your data is coming from a particular storage also. Suppose some you are working on a data that coming from a different companies, and the different companies has the different data storage, right? So what you do, you will make a pipeline to grab your all the data in a one place. Getting my point? So these are the work of the data engineer that works on the databases. They make pipelines so that you can get the data, because you need the live data also. Suppose you have data is coming day by day, right? So you need to make pipeline, and it automatically added it to your cloud space, and then you can go for the further analysis, right? So data storage is the first one. Then what you want, that is access and management. Yes or no? How can you access the data? You created the data storage. You have the data in your database. Then what you want? That you want the access that data? Yes,
Yes.
or no?
Yes.
Access and management.
Yes.
Access and management. Now, when you access the data, when you got the data, right? Suppose you upload it in your desktop, or suppose you have the data in your cloud, right? So what is the first thing that you will do? Should we start the data analysis or any other thing that you have to do?
No, we will categorize, we'll just turn the data, we'll just clean the data.
Yes, data cleaning, right? Because data is very unclean,
Raw.
right? It is in a garbage form, right? So when it is stored, it can be that some of the values are switched one place to another place, or some value can be missed, right? So data is in very bad situation. And let me tell you, whenever you are working in a data science, right? And when you are going for the data analysis, or you are making machine learning algorithms, you are applying deep learning algorithms. So there is a process of data analysis, and then your machine learning and deep learning part. So in data analysis also, you have the part data
Yeah.
cleaning. Sorry, anyone saying something? Okay. So when so data cleaning is almost taking 80% of your task. Getting my point? Whenever you are making any model using machine learning, so all the process you are doing data analysis, then you are going for the machine learning. So the small part, that is I'm telling you right now, data cleaning, it's taking almost 70 to 80% of your time. Getting my point? Because that is the most trickiest part of the analysis. It is very easy to make the analysis. You have something in your mind, you have the problem statements, it is provided by the client, and you know how to make the analysis, you know how to make the visualizations, then you have the machine learning algorithms, and applying machine learning algorithms to any data. It's all about writing 3 lines of code. Getting my point? It's only about 3 lines of code. But understanding these algorithms behind the 3 lines of code, it is huge, right? The calculus, the linear algebra, and everything. So you cannot apply any algorithm before understanding the algorithm. So understanding the algorithm is one thing, right? If you understood, then applying is very simple. You have to just write 3 lines of code. So the major part is what? Data cleaning. It's take 80% time whenever you are going for a project, whenever you are making project. So the whole time taking in making project, your 70 to 80% time consumed in data cleaning only. Getting my point? Understood? Or you can say data cleaning or pre-processing. Understood? Now, after this, when we clean the data, you can go for the data analysis. Got it? Then what you will do? The data analysis part finished. Now what you do? Now we come on the AI part, right? We apply machine learning algorithms and DL models. So what you do in machine learning, deep learning algorithms, what we do, we extract the patterns and then train through the machine learning or deep learning models, right? What we do, extract the patterns. And train through ML or DL models, right? Now you will ask me, okay, sir, where we use ML models and where we use DL models. So for the very complex data, right? And you can say for the unsupervised learning and for the images, for the audios, for the videos, we generally use deep learning algorithm, right? For the complex situations. But for the easily situations, suppose you have the text data and it is well arranged in the rows and columns, right? And it is simple. Suppose in the images also you have some handwritten images, and it's not very complex. So you can go for the machine learning algorithms. So machine learning algorithms are made for the easy data sets, and deep learning are made for the some typical data sets, you can say, right? Getting my point? Understood? Now, let me give you a Venn diagram to understand, okay, how AI and deep learning and all these are going with each other, right? So let me show you that also. So suppose this is your AI, right? This is your AI. And this is your data analysis. This is data analysis. Now, what these have one intersection, right? So this is called as data science complete, right? When you complete this with this section of AI, right? So it will become a data science complete. This is the data analysis, and the complete part is called as data science. When it becomes data science, when you include in this ML, right? So this is ML. This is ML. And inside this, you can say DL. Getting my point? So this is the whole structure that you can understand, okay, what is data science? Data science is the data analysis is the subset of the data science, right? And deep learning is a subset of machine learning, and machine learning itself the subset of the data science. Getting my point? So by this diagram, you can understand how we are defining machine learning, deep learning, data analysis, data science, and AI together. Understood, everyone?
Yes.
So
Now,
could you repeat the difference between ML and DL?
okay. So suppose you have that very not a typical data set. You have suppose, so if I classify in two parts, right, our data, supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Supervised learning means you have a structured data in the form of rows and columns, right? And there you easily can apply machine learning algorithms, and you can achieve a good your result with the accuracy of 80 to 90%. We have almost 10 to 12 machine algorithms, and it depends. If you're not getting good good accuracy in the starting of the algorithms, then you can go for the further modify algorithms of machine learning, and you can achieve the good accuracy there, right? Suppose you have not in a particular data set, you are not achieving a good in throughout the machine learning algorithm, you are not achieving the good accuracy. So you can go apply for the deep learning algorithm. So because they are they use neurons to make more layers, to make more deeply the features and the extracting the patterns of the data set. So you can analyze the data and all extract the pattern of the data, how we are getting the output, what different inputs, how they are affecting the output, right? So making all these calculations, that will tell you, okay, which algorithm is better for any data set. But generally, for supervised learning, what we prefer, machine learning algorithms, and for unsupervised learning, that means you are the data is not as structured. You have some images, pictures, and all. So you can prefer deep learning algorithms. But it is not restricted that you cannot apply deep learning in the machine learning where you are applying deep learning, and where you cannot apply machine learning where you are applying deep learning. It's not like that. You can apply, but you will not get the accuracy good when you use machine learning algorithm in typical data sets. Suppose you are using deep learning in the machine learning, some of the data set that you can achieve. So why you use deep learning? Because deep learning use GPU also, right? So it is, you know, that GPU somehow for some space it is free, but it is paid also. So you have to buy that GPU and all. So it takes space, it takes time also to run, because it has so many depletion layers in it. So it's preferred that whatever, if you are getting good accuracy in the small, using small algorithm, then you can go for that small algorithm. Why you are use that high and complex algorithms in that? Getting my point? Understood? So these are
Yes,
the
sir.
differences.
So by GPU, do you mean graphical processing unit?
GPU, yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. So let me tell you an example that anyone is asking about, sir. Okay, how we get to know, okay, that what was the question that how machine learning making anything or AI, right? So you are given an example of addition of sum that you are adding any two numbers and three numbers, right? So you're given that example, but that is not related to that AI. Right? Let me give you an example. Suppose you have understood the dog, right? So what is the dog? Suppose when you get a new dog, you haven't seen, right? So you can analyze or not? Tell me. Yes or no? Whenever you get a new dog that you have never seen in your life, you will recognize it or not?
I will at least have reference data to compare with.
No,
So-
it's a new thing, so it's a unique thing. So any which ways we'll recognize it because it's unique. It's
No,
a
I'm
new
asking with you. I'm asking you guys. Suppose I'm a human being and a human being is seeing any dog first time in his life, right? He's seen many dogs, but a particular new dog is came in his street and he haven't seen that dog previously. So he can recognize or not?
I can guess. Yes.
Yes, you can guess easily. You know the parts of the dog, how it look like,
Correct.
what is the features of the dogs. You can easily analyze any dog, right? It's not that you
Right.
have to analyze only those dogs that you have seen in your life. Yes or no? This is not like that in the student life or when you are a kid, your parents shown you some photos. Okay, these are the dogs. Whenever you come in your street, you have to recognize them. It is not like that. Whenever you see any dog, you can recognize. Okay, you have that sense. That is what AI. Yes or no? So how we make machine? So suppose I have trained my any algorithm with thousands of the dogs photos, right? I've taken some photos from the Google, 1,000 photos or 10,000 photos, and I trained him, right? Okay, see the pattern and analyze. Okay, these are the dogs, right? So what it will do if he do like that? Okay, this is the dog. This is the dog. He captured his image in his mind, and then whenever he see and he call that picture, okay, it is one of them. That picture not he start filtering among the all 10,000 pictures in his mind, and because it is a machine, he can store that pictures, right? So if he start doing that, he cannot recognize a new dog. Yes or no? Right? So what it will do, how it will recognize the pattern, that is about the machine learning. What it will do, it will not only see the picture, it will detect the features of the face also. Where is the eyes? Where is the nose? Right? And in seeing others pictures also, what other shape can be of the nose, right? What is there can be some beard also, or you can say not beard, hair also, right? Or you can say in the ear can how different type can ear, right? Suppose you have the not the orientation is not good, right? Suppose you have rotate the photo of the dog also, then also it can recognize because you give some orientation also in that algorithm. So every possibility you will give the dogs of the dogs features that it can be possible like that, or it can be possible like that. Okay, a dog can look like this also, dog look like this also. So in thousands of the pictures, he can read the understand the pattern, right? So that is what about the algorithms, and that you will understand when you understand uh, the the story about the algorithm, what they made, what is the mathematical calculation, how they analyzing the patterns and all. So that you will understand when you will, when I teach you the machine learning algorithms, right? How they are recognizing the patterns and how the calculations are going on, how they are writing the equations and how they are analyzing the different factors. Getting my point? So that can you will understand only that time, but I can give you a picture that how they are analyzing. So after 1,000 photos, when I trained him, so he have that understanding. Okay, whenever dog is coming, how length should be like that, how he look like, right? And what is the face, what is his jaws like, jawline will like that. So every animal has the different jawline and some pattern in their face, or you can say in their body, right? So he can easily analyze that all these things. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Understood how they are doing. So let me give you an example. Suppose you all know about the Tesla, you know,
Yes, we do. Yes.
right? Right. So Tesla had made a car, automated car, AI generated car. Now he has made the self-driving car, right? So what he done? He trained lots of model with every object that can be possible in the road. Yes or no? So that he can take it. Okay, someone is coming, and he give you of that picture also, that animation picture. That okay, it is coming in front of you, and it will show you, and it will give you an automatic brake. Yes or no? Right? But if you remember, there was in the news that any bullock cart came in front of the Tesla car, he unable to detect. Right? Getting my point? Understood? That you remember? There is a situation, and there is news, right? He didn't react because he not thought about that. The Indian also that buying a car and there is a bullock cart in the Indian states that can came, right? So he didn't train his AI to bullock cart. So he didn't recognize. Got it? So that is why he manually applied the brakes at that time. Otherwise, the accident will be there. Got it? So it is not like that everything will be now. Everything he will understand. If you are making any AI model, so that is limited where you are, what you have given AI to him, right? Suppose you are giving AI for the cars, so he is AI through the for the car only, not for everything. So suppose anyone is making robots and everything, so they are doing lots of, they are training on lots of data in every data, right? That is possible in the our world. So that is how they are making the robots, and they are using artificial intelligence to train them.
Movie also it has shown that robots don't have emotions, so they can't take decisions. They are only following the command.
Right. Because we cannot train them. We cannot train them on the emotions. We cannot have any that situations, or we can not have any row and columns. We can
cannot take a decision based on the emotions.
Right.
They will just follow the coding.
Yeah. And it's all about the books that you can say, okay, astrology and numerology, we are joining and giving some, transferring some data that's known in the robot movie. That is all the fake things that we cannot do. Emotions cannot be generated. That is completely correct, and we cannot. So that is all about that. What we can say.
And Indian Army robot can also shoot Indian people only. He's not trained to recognize who is Pakistani and who is Indian.
See, guys, I cannot comment on that because it's still in the process that lots of person are going to make, lots of scientists in everywhere trying to make the robots, but they are unable to do the complete or make the complete work as human, right? So we cannot commit that in future they can, because they if you can make now, so you cannot give them sense, right? Sense is thing that we can only analyze, that living being also can have. So we have the greatest scientists in the above, in the somewhere in the air, right? Our God. So that technology he has given us. So we cannot provide that technology to any robot or anyone. So it's not possible for me as I have seen, I have analyzed. So, but see, let's see in future what can happen or not. So people are thinking to fly more than the speed of the light also. They are assuming that we can fly, right? So it's not possible. So let's see what will happen in the future. So that is all for today. And if you have any doubt regarding to the data analysis or data science, what we have understand today, or if you have any doubt, you can ask me. We will complete. So let me tell you about the modules also. So in machine learning models.
Sir, I have a small doubt.
Yeah, please.
If I may.
Yeah, please.
So in a way, you were explaining that more the training data, more the accuracy of your AI machine, right?
Right.
For example, we take Tesla car.
Right. Yeah.
So if I feed all that is data, all data that is present in the universe to the machine, all that machine will be doing is the classification. There is nothing that he can predict, right?
Right.
So the more data I am giving, training data or whatever, the test data,
right.
Eventually we are turning an artificial intelligence machine into just a classification machine.
Right.
Is the understanding correct?
Yes. Actually, what we are doing, we are just making any particular machine to become an AI in a particular area, right? So that is what we are doing, and we have to make them expert, or you can say the make like human to detect any particular problem for a particular area only, right? We are not making any robots and all. We are just doing some. We are on the basis of training, and so that is all about AI. What Tesla has done, they have taken all the data that possible on the streets, right? And they give it that all the images, and they trained with the help of deep learning models, right? Complex deep learning models, and then train the model. But he left to understand that bullock cart, I think, right? That is why he didn't understand, okay, bullock cart is coming in front of him. So that is the lagging, right? So you cannot assume. So it's very easy that, okay, I will take all the universe data. It's not possible, right? So that is also you have to think that, so suppose you are here and you are thinking about all the data, and new data is also generating. Each second, each time, right? New data is coming. So you cannot think about every possibilities. So that is the, again, another new challenge, right? So, so let's see in the future what we can have, right? It may be possible that they can make a human-like robot, but we have seen only in the movies, not yet in the real life. Right.
Sir, one doubt. Can you just make us understand the hierarchy? Like if you are starting as a data analyst, then what is the next hierarchy, and when we will reach as a data scientist? Or is there any way that someone can grab the things very easily and then he can become a data scientist in an early age? Or is there a particular...
Let me tell you this. Okay. So suppose you want to be as a data analyst, right?
Hello.
Right. Yeah. Yes. So suppose you want to be a data analyst. So what make you a data analyst? In which topic you should be an expert, right? Suppose I will give you an example of the. I will give you the scenario of the market also. So those who are working in using this module, using this module, how many percentage are using this module in the market, right? Suppose you are becoming data scientist on Excel, right? You can do all the data analysis in using Excel also, right? So nowadays, if I tell you the current scenario, so only 4 to 5% companies are using data analysis using Excel.
Okay.
Right. Now the another module is that is Python. Right. Python
so
for
Python,
data analysis.
Power BI, Python.
No. Power BI is different module. Power BI is different. That is a app, and that is just a module. And there you don't need so much technical knowledge, right? You have to play with the different interfaces and different tools. Then you can make the all these things. But in Python, you must know the coding Python, right? Then only you can make the write the codes, and then you can get the visualization, or you can get the analysis part, right? So if I talk about 40 to 45%, right? Companies are going for this. Why I'm taking 40 to 45%? Because all the AI part or data science part, if I'm going for the data science, right? So 95% are working on 90 to 95% working on Python. Right? Only 5 to 10% are working on R language.
Okay.
Right. So that is why I'm taking 40 to 5%. Now I'm going for Power BI, next module. Almost 70% companies working on Power BI to make the analysis. But you will not understand Power BI easily if you're not understanding Python. If you're not having an idea of Python. So you must have the idea of Python, then only you can go for Power BI. Right. So you will feel very comfortable, because how you are working, that you will understand the tools and all. But behind the story of every tool that you are using, or any formula that you are doing, right? So it will give you all the analysis by Python only. So Python is very much needed, because you are now, suppose you are in the data analysis team, right? And you are working in a company which has data science department. So now, what you want in the company, suppose you are in a data science department, you are getting promotion and you are becoming senior data analyst. And then what is the next thing that you want to go? Where you want to go? You want to enter in the data science department, machine learning and deep learning. Getting my point? To make your salary high, you want to hike. So that is your department, whole department, data science, data analysis and machine learning. So before, if you're not learning Python, if you're not having about deep learning and machine learning, so you cannot switch. So at that time, you have to learn when you are going to have thinking that, okay, you have to switch in data science, right? So you have to learn anyhow, deal learning and machine learning. This is the half thing, right? Because student asks most of the time, okay, sir, just give us training for the data analysis only. We don't want machine. It's very hard and all. So we can go for the Excel also. Some of the companies are taking right now employees as a for the Excel also. So we can go. But after 4 to 5 years, I will assure you, no one is working for, no company will work on Excel for the data analysis. Getting mad because Power BI advanced version will come soon in 2-3 years. I will assuring you, right? And Python is very demanding as the part of the developer also. If you say as a developer also, Python is very easy. Let me tell you. Okay, if you when you come in the training and I will show you, it's very, very easy. Right? You can go for the developer, you can go for the machine learning and deep learning. It's very easy. So if you understand, you will get the main part of your training when you understand the Python. Right? Because Python, why use Python? Python is the simplest language. R is little bit difficult. Python is like when you are talking to a person, you are asking for a sum, you are asking for some calculation. So it's just like that only. Right.
Okay.
So, and as I've shown you that mathematicians and statisticians are involved in data science. So they need the simplest language. So that is why they choose the Python only, right? So that is the story behind that why we use Python in data science, because it's the simplest language. That I am also from the electrical background, and I have not learned anything before the data science training. When I become data IBM certified data science scientist. So then I studied about the Python and everything that 4 to 5 years back. So then I got to know, okay, Python is very easy. So it's very easy, really very easy, right? When you come in the training, you will definitely understand, okay, Python is very easy. And most of the libraries, when you go for the machine learning and deep learning, you use libraries generally in Python to go into different fields, right? Suppose you want visualization, so you go for matplotlib, seaborn, right? Suppose you want mathematical calculations and dealing with the data frames, you go for pandas and numpy, right? So these all are the libraries. So Python is all about, basic is about something that understanding data types, file handling, loops, and everything. Then you have to understand the different libraries. I think we have almost thousands of libraries in Python. So related to, if I talk about related to data science, we have almost 40 to 50 libraries we have, or 50 to 60, right? But other than, if you're going for developer, you must have 100 to 150 libraries knowledge you should have. So it's all about library, Python.
When you
Sir, I
say
have a
library,
question here.
what do you mean by library? Is this a content or what?
Library is a package where you can have, suppose you want to do the calculations, right? Suppose you want to deal with the data frames, right? You want the structured data, you want to do some calculations in the data frame, you want to grab some values from the data frame, a particular value, and you have to add something in a particular value. So by using library, it is very accessible, make you accessible in that a particular data frame, right? So that is made for a particular structure. So there can be any structure, right? They can any data type. So how he can learn that okay, you want to add, sometimes you want to concatenate, right? Sometimes you want to append, support you want to delete, and then you have to append it, right? So that is why they make a library. Suppose you are working on a particular topic or particular area, and you have to deal like this kind of a structure of the data, then this is a particular library. Suppose we are learning of the machine learning, and we are applying some of the tools to clean our data, so or to deal with missing values, right? So we have the scikit-learn, how we can deal with the missing values, how we can.
But then this way, so 50, 60 libraries is not enough. Huh? There can be n number of possibilities.
These n numbers, but the main thing is that you don't have to learn it. You don't have to learn. You just have to understand what. So suppose you are in the training. I am assuring you, when you complete the training, you have the complete idea, and you will remember almost 20 libraries in your mind, right? And if you ask me right now, also I cannot give you the complete after 4-5 years. I cannot give you the all that 15 names also, because it's not like that you are just giving the getting in the company and you are just writing the codes. You have your cheat sheets, you have your personal notes, you have to just copy paste, right? You have to, the thinking behind the writing the codes, you must understand. Suppose you have to write the code for the machine learning algorithms. Is it thin line codes? Why you will learn it? there is lots of things to learn it. There's lots of things to understand it. So why you are wasting your time to understand that code that you can copy from your file, from your notes, personal notes, right? So don't have to remember. You have to remember where you have to apply that code, where you have to apply what the argument that you give in that code, right? Suppose there is a function and there is so many arguments are there that you can apply their different parameters, and the parameters you have to give the arguments, right? So there can be different arguments, and then you have to learn those things, that which kind of argument I can give. Don't think about the code, because code you can copy, but you can forget the arguments, right? So arguments you cannot copy, because arguments, what you give, it depend on the situation of the data, that what you want from the data. Getting my point? So
So I have a
don't
question here.
yeah, please.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. The question here is that in Chat GPT, if you
Yeah.
put in the query, it will write the entire itself.
Sorry, not audible. Please repeat.
Yes. So what I'm saying is on Chat GPT, when we put in the query,
Yeah.
Chat GPT can present us with the entire code for for our requirement, for any ML code that we
Right,
demand.
right.
So what is the my query over here is that then what is the point learning Python when ChatGPT gives us
See, how much have you done that? How much codes you have taken from the Chat GPT? Tell me.
I mean not much, but yeah, I've seen that it
let me
gives
tell you.
the
Let me tell you. See, we have some of the real data, right? Some you have heard about the real time data, right? You have
yes.
you have seen, but there is nothing real time data. Real time data means, whenever I'm talking about we will work on the real time data, means it some time back it is in our market, and it is in a situation of, in a way, our world, there is a situation, and on the basis of the situation the data is created, right? Suppose we are talking about the that corona situation, right? We have the data of that also. So that is called as real time data. But if you are asking, okay, any company is working on a particular data, and that is real time data, and then any training company is providing that data, and they will tell you, okay, we will work on real time data, we will associate with some of the corporates, and they will provide you data. Do you think that they will give you that essential data to you? They will share that data with you? No, never.
No.
Right? That is very crucial, and that is very important from the aspect of the client also. So they never share it. So when you search anything, right? Suppose you are searching anything about that data already exists. Suppose you are taking any data from the Kaggle. So ChatGPT also have trained all these values, right? All these data sets and everything. So he have all these things in their backend. So whenever you're asking, he match the relevant word and then give you the output. But when you are working on the real-time data in the corporate, in the work, so that is the first time you're encountering that data. Yes or no? And you are searching in ChatGPT and asking the code for that a particular situation. He will never give you a right answer. As for right now, what you have seen that ask that question for the data that is available in the market. Yes or no? So it's very easy.
Yes.
So ask me, if you want the answer not from the ChatGPT, go to Kaggle. You have every data, whatever you want to search. Titanic data, Netflix data, Spotify data, the real-time data they have generated. You can, or you can, suppose you want real-time data, right? Such a real-time data. So you can go for the web scraping. Collect the data from the net, right? Web pages, right? It will give you, suppose you are on the Flipkart website, right? And you have opened some page, mobile data set, right? You can extract the data from all the web pages and then make the data sets and then analyze the data. That is the most real one data from web scraping that we can get. Getting my point? So it's not about that what you are getting from the chat GPT. You can get most of the things. You can have the idea of, okay, this kind of code we need. But if you're not learned Python, so how you will understand, okay, how you have to use this code? You must have the understanding of the Python. So how, you will get the idea from the chat GPT, okay, for that situation, we have to use this kind of code, suppose, right? But if you're not understood Python, so how you can understand how you have to use that code in that situation? So that is what I'm trying to say. So understand that how the codes are using in which situation, right? Now the situation come, then you have to apply that code and you have to alter that situation. So don't remember about the code. Code you will get. to the related situation. But the argument that you are applying in that code, you have to remember that, okay, how you have to apply. So that knowledge you will get when you understand the Python deeply or by the basics only. You know. Getting my
Understood.
point? Yeah.
Yes.
Any other doubts? Or we can wind up because we have completed almost, we have taken more time and I have to go also. But if you have any doubt, you can ask me. And in related to fees, structure, training, timing, and all, you can talk to the team. We have some feedback form also, attendance form or feedback form. You can fill it. We have in the chat. And if you have any doubt, there's team, and you can connect with them also. So, any doubt? Any other doubt that you want to ask about the data analysis or data science?
Hi, sir.
Yes. Hi.
Sir, I completed graduation in 2019.
Okay.
4 years have career gap. Which course is best for me, sir?
See, right now, as you can see, everywhere is AI, and that we are talking about data science and everything, right? So, so I can say easily that, okay, if you want to switch your career, so lots of person are switching their career from the IT to data science. They are already in IT, right? But they want to switch their career in data science because they get some more hike, right? Right now they are getting some hike, like every year they're getting increment of 4 to 5%. But when you go for data science, you can get the 15 to 20%. So why you not try for the data science, right? So that is the right thing, right choice. Why you all that you are taking this, you are plan to take this course and move in this course. Definitely you will get some benefits, not some, many benefits, because in the future, I'm assuring you, if you're not aware about the data science, you're not aware of data analysis, you don't know about generative AI, you're not aware about it, cannot survive in the market. So everywhere AI is coming, everyone is doing automated, and they need some of the, yes.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank
Sir, by any chance, are you going to conduct generative AI classes as well?
See, it depends. I can generate, but it's not that, okay, I give you that some of the classes on generative AI, you can understand that, because before that you have to understand more this module also you have to understand. Then we can take and how you can use the chat GPT in the different modules, or how you can automate your reports and all that we can do. But this is the first thing that you have to start. When you understood all these things, data science, and you are that completely get the certificate of data scientist, then we can think about the more things, right? Right now, the first priority should be that we have to understand the data science, right? In future, you can go for the generative AI. So generative AI is the thing that I think
because
all of
every
you have
company,
misconception. Yeah, and
correct,
every company is going for the generative
jumping
AI,
onto
but
it.
that is another thing. See, if I am a company owner, right? And I want to automate my every system, right? So what do? I go for the generative AI is what? Is the part of the open AI, right? What it give you? It give you a limitations, right? Suppose you are working in a health department, right? Your company is working on the health department. So the limitation will be there. It will not, when you are searching in open AI, it will search all the areas, right? When you go in for the generative AI, it will customize your searches and everything. Getting my point? So it will, and it will also that customize. It will also security wise secured. What you are searching, no one can have seen, right? So that is all about generative AI. So generative AI is not that thing that you have to, how to make chatbots, how you can make anything, how to make your program as artificial intelligence, different that data sets, how you can deal with the live data set that we can do, and that is more effective than this learning of generative AI. Just generative AI is kind of thing that anyone is going for. That I'm launching a course of generative AI. I've seen many of the trainers are going for that, but that is a scam, right? You never understood anything in generative AI because that is customized wise, right? For a particular company, or you can say. So before understanding, you can go for the deep learning, and deep learning has a very big area, right? So
Sir,
it's
entire syllabus for data science is also applicable for generative AI engineers.
yes, Why not? Because basic is
Okay.
that only. Suppose you want to become a mathematician, so you have to understand mathematical calculations, not addition, subtraction, or calculus and everything. You cannot go for the higher mathematics directly,
Understood. Okay.
right? So this is the basic. So everyone is going for the generative AI. He's making codes in machine learning and deep learning. What he's doing? He's making codes now. He's taking data. He's making pipeline and making codes, and then he's doing the pre-processing automated. What he's doing? Suppose you are doing seeing the IPL. What is happening in IPL? Tell me. Batsmen are making run live, right? The data is coming, and what is presenting in your screen? The data analysis, the visualization, the graph, right? Or the batsman is hitting six this side, this side. How it is making using data analysis now? This is the part of the data analysis, right? So that
So the
that
presentation, so the presentation part of data science, will it be
data
applicable
analysis.
to? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is a part of data analysis. Suppose what we are doing in data analysis, we have the data. Can you analyze the data by seeing the numbers, by rows and columns? You can analyze. Tell me, not. Right. So what you have to do, you have to make the graphs and charts. So because suppose I'm giving the data of any sales, right? And we have the inputs and we have the sales. Lots of columns are there in the data, and there are 20,000 rows, right? And you have to scroll it down and see year by years. And can you analyze that data? No. What you have, if you are making a chart on all the data and a single page and graph is showing upward and downward, you can analyze easily, right? So your profit is going down, your profit is going up. So why you are going for the data? So that is why we are doing data analysis. We are taking the insights and then projecting the insights into the visualization. So that is all about the data. So what is happening there also in IPL match? Runs are coming in some of the storage, right? Everything is coming and the pipeline is made, and then the data is extracting, and then they are projecting the graphs and all, right? There you can see the numbers also. Suppose any so what do you think? Any person is doing manually increasing the
Absolutely.
ball, increasing the runs? No, it's doing automatically, right? So all the behind that that you see, that is data analysis.
So, sir, according to you, how much more time it will take for learning generative AI once I finish data science?
See, see, if you ask me, I cannot commit. It depends on you. Suppose you are asking me that, okay, hi sir,
In terms of how you are going to say
suppose
create
you
the
are in my training.
syllabus.
So suppose you are in my training. Suppose you are choose the data analysis part, right? And this is the 3 months training. And you are asking, sir, how? So can you assure me that I can be expert in the last of the?
No. I'm not asking that, sir. That's why I'm saying. I'm saying that course-wise, if you are creating a syllabus for generative AI training, so data science plus additional whatever is going to be there, how much the total duration would be?
So it depends that what topics I'm taking in generative AI, right? What module I'm taking, where for what I'm taking generative AI. So that depends, right? We'll discuss later because I'm also working on that I will start the training on the Azure also.
So one last question.
Right. Yeah.
So last two questions here.
Please.
So firstly, are you working somewhere apart
no,
from the training?
No, I'm full-time trainer. Yeah.
So like, are you working somewhere else in a company, in a data science company?
I'm full-time trainer. I have 12
you're
years
full-time.
experience. Yeah, because I'm in teaching side now from 12 years. So I've started this data science 4 years back. I've done my certification and all. Then I've started in data science because I want to switch in career. And after 10 years, I'm looking forward, and I cannot switch as a fresher, right? So that is what in my mind, and I'm loving the teaching part because my strength is in teaching only. So that is why I decided to become a trainer, and that is why I'm training. Yeah.
Right. So this course will make us industry ready?
Yeah, definitely. I will also ask you we have the teach back sessions in the middle, and definitely of the 15 minutes in the training. And right now also in the our current batches, we have the teach back sessions, and in middle I make the breakout rooms. You will divide into different breakout rooms. I come and ask some mock questions, right, on the different topics. So that will make you more understand, okay, which kind of questions come in the interviews and all. So I will tell you, and definitely whenever I'm going for the training, I'm telling you any point, or I'm making you understand, then I will tell you, and I will also make it clear that, okay, it will ask in the in the interviews also, that what is the difference between this and this. So I will tell you everything, that what are the possibility of this question coming in the interviews, what is not possible, what is least priority, you can ignore it. So I will tell you everything, right? So when you come
So
in the
will
training,
you also learn? So will you also teach us about cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and data mining?
No, that is not my part. Yeah.
That's a
Okay, but
different thing.
is that also part of data science?
No,
No,
who told you?
not at all. It's a different thing. It's related to finance and stock market.
Yeah.
It's a different topic.
Right.
This is a different topic.
Understood.
Sir,
Okay,
I
sir.
have a question. Like, before going with the data analyst or data science,
Yeah.
don't you think like we should go with the data engineering things first, and like
No,
how much it's important?
this is the other topic. So this is the other module. Suppose
Because
see, data engineer is another job. Suppose you are going for the data, particular for the data engineer. So you must have the knowledge of the databases, right? So data science and data analysis both are together, right? Suppose you are going for data science, so you must have the knowledge of data analysis. So everywhere there is department of data science or AI ML department. There all we who have. You have the data engineer also. You have data
because
scientist also.
these
You have
data
analyst.
analyst, because this data analyst work on the data which is already clean, transform, or aggregate.
No. Data analysis will clean the data. Data engineer only provide you the data. They will make the pipelines. They will make the pipelines, and they will provide you data anyhow. And they
But
will
in the
come.
pipeline also, they will clean the data. They will transform the data. They will make the representable data before going data analyst to generate the graph and
No, I don't think so.
So what is the first step to become a data engineer first? What are the skills required for data engineer?
You should have the cloud knowledge. You should have the in cloud you can take AWS or Azure, right? The knowledge of that, or you should have the knowledge of the databases, different databases, right? So these some things that make you a data engineer, and this is very limited. Suppose you are going for the data engineer, so you are limited in the data engineer part only. You cannot move to data analysis and data science part. Getting my point? So that is very different.
Okay. So how this data analyst, how the data analyst will get the data? From where he will get the data to analyze it?
So he get the data from the data engineer, right?
Yeah, correct.
In a cloud platform, right? Suppose you have a cloud storage from a company, and he will provide a data at a place where you will get all the data. So he suppose the data is live, it's coming day by day. So he will make a pipeline, or if the data is only one type to grab from a particular person, so he will extract the data from that storage, and he will provide you the data in the form of CSV file or JSON file or any kind of file, right? So then your work is started. And the cleaning data, the analyzing data, the making the visualization, right? And making reports and making prediction using.
But I think data engineer also does the same thing. He also get the data. He applies the Python things, SQL things, clean up the data, analyze the data.
No, he never cleaned up the data. No, he never. No, you can see. You see, some of the knowledge he has of Python, but you can, if you compare with the data analyst, okay, he has the knowledge of cleaning the data, everything he knows about the Python, NumPy, pandas, and so forth. No, I'm not agree.
Correct.
But
Sir,
some of the knowledge he must have. Yeah.
Hello,
please.
sir.
Yes.
Sorry, we have taken a lot of your time. One just small question. These days on Instagram, I see a lot of cricket analytics. So is there altogether a different profile, cricket analysis, only related to cricket?
See, we have every here now data analysis, right? So I told you the business problem. So if you are moving another field, suppose you are cricket lover, so you understand the situation of cricket. So what the analysis you can give. Suppose you have different columns and different. You understand that whenever you are seeing an IPL, sometimes some information came. Okay, This is the highest making run person in the IPL, total IPL. He is the fourth highest person. So how this analysis coming? This is how you
Understood.
grab. This is you are doing the
Understood.
analysis, right? So making the queries and making out of the data some
No,
information.
so my
So
question was, I understood what you're saying. Sorry to interrupt you.
yeah,
I understood what you're saying. Any analysis that we do on different topics. So cricket is
yeah,
one of the topics, right?
yeah,
If you are good
yeah,
at cricket data and if you remember a lot of things, you are good
yeah.
at cricket. My question is that altogether a different field wherein your demand is more, or you can earn more
No,
salary
no, no,
in cricket
no.
analysis?
Everywhere is good demand. You can suppose, don't think like that, because suppose you are working for a particular area, right? And you will not get the job here, there. So you will be disappointed. So don't think like that. Open for every area, right? Suppose you are in medical line, you go to medical line. So
Mhm,
there you more be strong in the statistics part, descriptive statistics and all, because they will use
mhm, mhm,
hypothesis testing and all
mhm,
for the
mhm,
machine learning algorithm.
mhm.
So there
So
is a
nothing special.
most
There's nothing special about cricket analysis, right? It's
no,
similar.
nothing special. See, if we are talking about profit and loss, so you understand, okay, what should I do? Suppose we are, some of the products are not purchasing. So why we are creating those products? Why are we producing those products? So this is the business knowledge. Now, suppose you are coming in the cricket, right? And you are making the analysis, this particular stats about the particular batsman, right? So how many he's taking dot ball. So the highest number of person that giving dot balls, that means he's not a good player. So that knowledge you should have. So any person is taking more dot balls, that means he's not a good player. So that analysis you should have. That not means that, okay, making higher runs, is that the same thing like having dot balls higher. So that you cannot compare. So that basic knowledge you should have about that. If you not have, you can go for the documentation. Getting my point? So you will have the documentation of every data whenever you get the data. It's necessary.
Got it.
I'm telling
Got
you. Whenever you take any data from your, suppose you're taking data from the 𝐾𝐽, right? 𝐾𝐽 or GitHub, from anywhere. You will have the documentation also. It will give you the problem statement, what you have to find. It will tell you about the data also, what the different fields telling you, what the different columns tell you, what they refers to. If you're not understanding them, so then you can search for that a particular column or particular name that in the Google, okay, what it stands for. Suppose you have automobile data, right? They do car, horsepower, and suppose Gus doesn't know about these. Doesn't have an interest in automobile industry, right? So you have understood. Suppose any car is having higher horsepower, right? And I will ask you, okay, the average, what is the average should be? It will get lower if I increase the horsepower, or it will get higher. So tell me, what you will answer? Average will be lower, right? As you increase the horsepower. But
Yeah.
sometimes some of the person doesn't know about this horsepower and all. So they can go through the documentation, they can understand about that topic. Right. So it's very easy. But the main thing is that understanding the topic, the different module, Excel, Python, and everything, like how you will use in that area, that is the main thing.
Got
Getting my point?
Yeah. Yeah. So learning these tools will be useful to any field. It's not about cricket. It's about
Yes,
anything.
yes. Everywhere you can apply all these things. It's not you're not limited. That is why I'm not preferring for data engineer, because you are limited there. You can go only for data engineering. If you have done the course for data engineer, you cannot apply for data analyst. I'm assuring you. I'm
So, sir,
assuring
like
you.
data analyst guy, as you told, like he's going to clean up the data and everything. What are the technology he's going to use? Does he work on Spark,
Does he work
Hadoop,
on?
Spark technology,
No,
Hadoop?
no.
What is he's not going to use data analyst, not going to use anything out of that to clean
No,
up the data?
see, we can clean up the data anywhere. We can clean up in the Python, we can clean up in the Power BI, right? And it depends that what the company is providing, which tool is providing to you. So right now, what we use in the training, that is free for us, right? We cannot take the paid version. So what we are using, and when you are going the company, they have some customized version of any particular application. So that I can do. Can I tell you? Because that you will provide the training for that particular tool whenever you enter.
Why I'm asking this question? Because right now I have joined for the data engineer, okay, and I want to understand like what will be my next path. It will be the data analyst or data science. So when I am in data engineering doing the things, and where I say like I'm doing all those things in data cleanup and in Spark, where
You
I
do
am
data
using
cleaning
Python.
or
Yeah,
you are a data
so we are
engineer?
Yeah, so like I'm taking the training. So that is a module for the data engineer, which covers everything these things. Like
Okay.
they were teaching the Hadoop also. They are teaching
See,
that Spark what
no, that's good, but what I
Azure like Data Factory, Data Lake will do the cleanup also, aggregate, and then final version of the data will go and store somewhere in data warehouse. And then they told like data analyst will come to analyze this data which you have given, like clean up
see,
and
let me,
aggregate
let
data
me
you
tell
have
you.
provided to them.
Let me tell you more thing that see. Okay, you have told this thing. Suppose you are working in a good company, right? So they have the capacity to suppose they have to acquire some 100 of employees, right? So they can make a big team and they give a different opportunity, and not opportunity, they can give a particular task to do a particular team, right? Suppose there is any startup, right, and they cannot afford a big team. So what they can do, they can hire some of the employees, that one data engineer, one data analyst, and one data scientist, right? And what they're doing, all those things. Getting my point?
Yeah, that I understood for your point.
So
Like as you are saying, like
suppose
company is big. If company is
Yeah.
really big, then every person do have their own work. Like
yeah,
limited work will be there
Yeah.
based on their
But-
role.
yeah, but as per
But if it's a company is small, then it's like data scientist guy
Yeah.
will be doing the same thing like what data
Right,
engineer is doing.
right.
He
Yes,
has to
yes,
do the
yes,
thing for
yes.
data analysis also.
Yes, if you are going
But-
for any startup, if you are going for a small company, so you
Yeah,
must be
so
doing from this. You're doing the project starting to end, right? That is also the possibility. That can be the possibility that you are doing
Yeah,
everything. You are doing
that's
the
why
data
I'm saying
cleaning
like
also.
yeah, so that's why I'm saying like when your person is the data engineer, then he does like cleanup and all those things. Data analyst will have work post data engineer given that right data to him, like after cleanup and
See,
aggregate data
right now I'm
and
still saying the same thing. My
meaningful
friend
data.
is working. My friend is working in TCS as a data engineer, and his work is only to make the pipelines and to grab the data and then transfer that data to the data analysis team. Right. So that is the work of that my friend. And I have lots of friends in different industries. So they also told me like the same hierarchy, that what would happen when they grab the data and what is the process. So that is what I got to understand, because I haven't worked in the industry. So that is the thing. But if you are saying that you are in the data engineer part and you are doing all these things, so that happens when you are in a small company or that will startup or some kind of thing that, okay, that right now the work is not heavier in that part. So you can conclude your work in there also. You can help in that part also. So that is another thing. Getting my point?
So that's okay.
So it depends.
Just want to understand, like, as per you, like data analysis will work on only Power BI things and
No.
to clean up
I
the
told
data.
you. Data analyst means you can get the job in Excel also. Some of the companies still working on Excel for making data analysis, because you can do everything. But the limitation is that you cannot have the big data in here. Getting my point? In Excel. Because when you grab big data in Excel, you insert the big data, or you can have, it will start the hang process, right? So whenever you're working in cloud also, so Excel is not good. That is why we prefer Power BI instead of Excel. That advanced version of Excel. Right? Before that, we got the Tableau, and the Tableau advanced version is Power BI. Business intelligence. Got it? Got it, everyone? So let us find out.
Will we learn Tableau?
So see, Tableau and Power BI is the same thing, right? And Power BI is the advanced version. So why you go for the previous version? And it will do the same thing, but you have to do here also. Why I'm giving you Excel? Because right now we have the opportunity. Okay, you can go for the Excel jobs also. Because I'm not only telling you the data analysis on the Excel, also I will give you some basic insights or all the things that you can do in Excel. So you can get the job related to Excel also module. So if you are talking about the Power BI or Tableau, if you understood the Power BI, so understanding Tableau, it's about understanding in 1 hour, or if you going through the documentation, because the thing is changed only on the interfaces, on the names or the tools only. Right? Everything will be same. Getting the point?
Understood.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So let's find out. We will have another session also as a demo sessions, right? So we'll talk in the next section also, because I have in hurry, I have to go somewhere. My
Okay, that's
apologies.
fine, sir.
Sorry.
Can you please ask someone from like team to provide the shed what we are going to cover in this data analysis and data science? Like
Yeah,
what are the
definitely.
topics we are going to
Harish,
cover, and give in that like if we say like we are covering like Python or something, like what extent we are going to do that. That's more important, because when we
okay.
include the syllabus, it's a too much things we can see it. But what we are going to do in depth, well, how much depth we are going to do the things, that is the more important.
Yeah, but
So if we
what
get
I'm
the
saying,
detailed
see,
syllabus, that will
yeah,
be help us to like if we'll join, then what we are going to learn.
yeah. See, let me tell you, suppose, as you know that, okay, we are doing this data analysis or data science course in 6 months, 5 months, 5 to 6 months, right? But when you go for the masters for the data science, right, it's take 2 years. So what we are covering,
That is
we are
okay. That is
covering.
different thing. That is
So,
again
so,
like
so,
as a
that is
fresher,
what,
you won't become the data science. Like it takes
right.
8 to 10 years of
So,
experience or 7 to 8
so,
years industry experience.
so that is what I'm trying to say, that okay, if I'm covering 2-3 modules, say 2-3 modules in deep learning algorithms. So rather than that, you are going for another module to understand, okay, what else I can understand, go for generative AI or go for any other module. You can go more deeper in deep learning. Getting my point. There are so many computer vision and algorithms are coming and can understand those also algorithms. So there are lots of things that you can understand in deep learning also. So understanding deep learning, it's very big thing that you can become an expert in deep learning. It's very big thing. So if you want to proceed in data science, you want to go more deeper. So there is lots of things in deep learning, machine learning itself. So you can go for that also before proceeding in anywhere else.
Okay, so
So
that's
that
why I'm saying
Would
like just
that
provide
be
in detail
industry?
like a syllabus, so at least we can understand like what we
yeah,
are going to cover
you
in
will
this
you will
course.
get that syllabus. I have provided to team. Dheeraj, are you there?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
I will
okay.
share
Thank
with
you,
you.
sir.
Yeah, Dheeraj, please share the syllabus and all things, right?
Yes, sure,
Please
sir.
connect with the team, right? And please, we will discuss more things and everything in the later sessions, in demo session. We will have in the future. Please allow me to go because I have to go somewhere. My family is waiting for me, and apologies for that because I have to wind up. And we'll definitely discuss more topics in the future sessions. So I just say that if you make up your mind to do the training, then please enroll your name as soon as possible, because it's seen many times that many students make their mind later and we have so many problems when the session is started and after student coming and then you have to repeat again and again. So that will create a chaos, right? So thank you everyone for being patient and such a good audience and such a more interactive students I have. So thank you everyone. Good night. Take care, and we'll meet soon in another session. Okay,
Thank you,
Dheeraj,
sir.
let's find out. You can meet. Right. Thank
Yeah,
you everyone.
thank you, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Good night. Take care.